Okay, what the hell here? Let's do a little Vikings-Packers preview. I don't know why I'm not very excited for this game. I'm probably as unexcited for this Vikings game as any game that I can remember. I mean, it's just not going to be fun. Aaron Rodgers carved us up in week 1, and we weren't nearly as depleted as we are now. I mean, it's going to probably be an ugly game, and maybe we can put up some points, but I don't think we can put up enough. I mean, it would not shock me to see Green Bay put up a 50-burger on us. I mean, now they don't have Aaron Jones, so that helps. And we do have Dalvin Cook as of now. Dalvin Cook is good to go. He did practice at the end of the week, so that usually means the guy's going to play. But I don't know. You can look at it from the standpoint that there's no expectation of anything, so there's no pressure. There's no pressure on the Vikings. Their season is toast. It is. I can admit that. They have no chance at the playoffs. Green Bay is storming towards possibly getting home field advantage. I hope Seattle or even Tampa Bay or somebody kind of snatch that from them, but who knows. I'm not looking forward to it. We got Hughes is out, Hill's out, and Dancer was on the COVID list, so he's going to be out. So we're going to be grossly shorthanded in the secondary. I don't even know who the hell. I mean, they were just grabbing guys off the street. They signed that Mark Fields back, who's been kind of bouncing on and off the roster for a couple of years. It's going to be fucking brutal because we don't have Ngakoue, so we're not going to get any pressure. And even if you could, you know how it is with these Packer games, they're going to just hold on you and they're not going to call it. And so, basically, the only thing to look forward to, I think, for this game is maybe seeing some of the young guys. Troy Dye is probably going to start. Curious to see him play. Some of the young guys are going to get some playing time now with Ngakoue gone. So we're going to probably see a lot of DJ Wanham and maybe James Lynch and some of these other young guys, and I'm sure Odenigbo is going to start. So there's something to be gained from that sort of stuff long term, and maybe even in the short term. We can a little bit we've seen this draft class looks pretty solid, but you can't really hang a whole season on that, or even a whole game. But yeah, it's gonna be probably pretty brutal. I mean, I'm hoping for a nice bounce back game for Kirk in the offense, because they were so bad against Atlanta, and everyone's just so negative about everything these days with the Vikings, and some of it is obviously with cause. You're not going to be all sunshine and roses when you're 1-5, probably about to be 1-6, and things are really looking bad, and you're it's Halloween and your season's over. That's not a happy situation. I will say this. I hate giving Aaron Rodgers credit for anything, but I did appreciate how he came out this week and had some very complimentary words for Mike Zimmer about how, to him, it seems crazy that Zimmer should be on the hot seat. And the response to that from these just angry, bitter Vikings fans is, oh, well, he's just saying that because he doesn't mean it. He's just saying it because he wants Zimmer to be around forever, so that so he can just keep beating us with Zimmer. I mean, it's getting bad. Like, it's, off the top of my head, I don't know what the record is, Zimmer era Vikings versus Aaron Rodgers, but if they lose tomorrow, then they lost 4 in a row. But for the first, and you also can kind of like throw out 2014 because Zimmer was just getting in here and inheriting a terrible defense. So when he's had like a representative defense from 15 through 18, and even 19. I mean, we can throw in 19. I mean, they lost the 2 games last year, but I'm not going to relitigate that fucking disaster of officiating at Lambeau. But they've held their own. The Zimmer teams that have had a credible defense have held their own against Aaron Rodgers very well. So I don't think it's a thing where Aaron Rodgers is just like, he's saying this in an interview that he thinks Zimmer's a really good coach and he shouldn't be on the hot seat. And then when the recorders are off, then he's laughing like, you think they bought it? No, I think he means it. And I don't really follow the Packers, obviously, but I haven't heard Aaron Rodgers come out and talk about opposing coaches like this before. I mean, fuck, he hated Mike McCarthy. He hated his own coach. So, he got Mike McCarthy fired. I don't think he was saying that just to blow smoke up anyone's ass or anything like that. So, no, I think he meant it. And I think, I don't often like to agree with people like Aaron Rodgers because I fucking hate the guy. I respect him as a quarterback, but I hate him as a person. I think he's a fucking jackass. But I do think he's right on this. I agreed with him on Zimmer. Like, I think Zimmer shouldn't be on the hot seat. You can't get through to the fire everybody crowd, which seems to be every single person who posts anything anywhere online about the Vikings these days. And I understand being upset at 1-5 and probably 1-6. Like, it sucks, but I don't think Zimmer should be on the hot seat. I really don't. And it's probably going to be even worse tomorrow if they get drilled by Green Bay again. But I don't know. Not looking forward to the game. Maybe looking forward to some of the individual performances, and that's pretty much where we're at this point with the Vikings this season. It's watching individual performers. We can watch and see what Kirk does and Dalvin does and how Justin Jefferson keeps going and some of these defensive rookies, how they do, and maybe if Ezra Cleveland plays again, how he looks and things like that. It's not like there's no value to be gained from any of these games, but and I think there will be some wins still, but I don't think there'll be a win tomorrow. I think it's going to just be kind of a stinker. If they win, I mean, if they pull an upset, hey, great. I still don't think at this point you can say their season is salvageable from a playoff standpoint. But I mean, if you're going to win, let's say they're going to win 3 or 4 more games the rest of the way. Hey, let's beat them fucking Packers and let's beat Brady here in December. Those would be the ones I want. But we'll see. I don't expect much. I expect it to be kind of a bad game. I hope they at least put a little more effort in. I thought they were going to get destroyed in Seattle, and they put forth a fantastic effort in a loss. So, you put forth that level of effort against Green Bay, you might have a shot to spring an upset. I mean, there's going to be no fans at Lambeau, so what the hell? But I wouldn't expect it. I would expect it to be kind of a stinker of a game. But hopefully brighter days are at least ahead after this one. But so officially I would probably say Packers by about 20.